What's going on, guys? Kaiga here. You didn't get a video yesterday, so you're getting two today. Check that out. Now, we're talking about events that are live on the Southeast Asia servers as well as global. First, I'm going to talk about the Southeast Asia server. There is one main event going on, and that is Fire Selection Raid Up. Once you pick this one, you are stuck on that ferry, and that is the one that's going to have the raid up. Now, I am going to suggest Winter Cherry. She is by far the number one to go after here. That is because she gives, in PvE, she gives enemies a fire weakness regardless of their weakness, and in PvP, she has a passive that reduces incoming damage. If you already have Winter Cherry maxed, then Hydreiga of Flames is your number one to go after. This is because over time, right now we have the first 3 generations of fairies that you can generally get from the regular banners, these 2 right here, as well as you can do conversions with them. The next up on the chopping block is Exoria and Rose, so those are ones that you don't really want to summon on because in the future they're going to be free effectively, as well as generally the newer ones are the better ones. Now there's 2 screenshots here, and that is the levels of the accumulation. This banner is slightly different than the one for that we normally get for global. Normally for global we would get shards of the fairy, and then once you do, I think it's 80-ish, you get a copy, then it's 120, you get another, and then so on and so forth. With over here, I don't know if this is normal for Southeast Asia, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one that on global we get for the first Twin Lotus, the scripted Twin Lotus banner, which gives you just summons, summon seeds for your summons. This is a very good time to be on a new Southeast Asia server because this is money right here. More and more and more summons. Really, really good. Now, how many do you want to summon? If we take a look, everything here is looking pretty good. I think the best spot to stop is going to be 100 right here, because that's going to be about the end of your seeds. This is a selection, but it's only going to be for the earlier fairies, and these are shards for a any one of the fairies on the thing, but I don't think it's worth another 100 pulls. So on SEA, I think go ahead for the 100 and go for Winter Cherry. If you already have a maxed out Winter Cherry, go for Hydreiga of Flames. Now on to global, we have a ton of stuff that just went live. First, we're going to start with, where's it at? Time limited link. We have 2 that are active right now, either almond butter or Twin Lotus, and we have the time limited link event that goes for both of them. Normally, as I just said, with these events we get shards of them, and even when there's a time limited link where you can pick whichever one you want, we normally get a selection token like what we just had with the holies, where we get shards and we pick the holy that we want. For this event, it's just giving us extra tickets, which is actually pretty nice for the free-to-play or low spenders. Now, how many are you going to want to do? As a mid-tier spender, getting to the 120 mark right here is going to be very good. If you are a mid-tier spender, the 150 is always a good stopping point. And as a whale, the 200 is really good. 300 is pretty far for an event like this. Twins or almond, they kind of want to push you towards almond for another event that we'll talk about later on. But as far as which one to go for, almond is one of the better wind ones, but not the best. Whereas twins is actually the best PvE fairy in the game, minus Winter Cherry, which gives you weakness. That's kind of a weird edge case, but twins or winter cherry are really 1A 1B when it comes to PvE fairies. Now, like I said, which one you should go for, it's going to depend on your account. If you already have twins, obviously go for Almond. If you want to score on the event, you can pull for 1 almond so you can get the bonuses that we'll talk about, and then go rest into twins. There's several options here. Next is we're going to have the Mirror Balloon House. I'm going to talk about each selection of these. The first one, I really like getting the 40 here, lets you build up quicker. But if you are a low spender or free-to-play player, this isn't one that you should even think about. The cards are a decent one. This is going to depend on what your economy of cards coming in is. 2 yellow or 1 red, up to you here. 70 here is also very good if you just recently hit a level spike and you need to get your God Bless equipment together. But besides that, these are the main things to look at. You can also, if you are a big spender, you can think about these medium tier Spirit Infusion pieces, but that's only if you're buying red upgrade materials for that. On to the second part. Right here is toys. If you want to get an unlock for the CP boost, you can do that. Do this maybe once and then never again. Over here is one of the only ways out of the weekly pack to get these shards right here, the 4 pieces that you can pick for your soul effect. You should pretty much never get the 2000 essence right here. If you're doing them properly, watch my guide, and then you should have no issues with your income with these. Some gold, no problem grabbing those. You're always going to need more until you have level 6 of all the ones you want. We pretty much never touch these again with the new game mode being added. And right here are selections for IOs. It's going to depend on your income of them. Nothing wrong with grabbing them. If I was to grab it right now, I would grab both of these right here and the Will Core. Then on to the next one. This is going to depend on where you're at in the game. If you're earlier on, you definitely want to be getting these yellow armor and weapon upgrades, as well as these are good fairy upgrade, good feat card upgrade, and as I just said with these before, and dyes if you want them. Last but not least, as I just said, the yellows are good for early and mid game. The dyes are probably what the bigger spenders are looking for, whereas the gacha is actually pretty good for most players. You're realistically not really going to get many pieces with 1,000 silver, but that 1,000 silver is going to turn into a good amount of gold, a good amount of fairy XP. It's probably going to be more fairy XP on average than the 80 strawberry milks right here. But the 400 skills is fine for a super early account, and the 10 lower tier upgrade is okay. As far as how much you should do, you should really either do 16, which will give you the draw reward right here, the first 2, which will give you a bunch of crystals, or you can save up crystals, save up the free ones of these in the Sapphire shop until you're able to do a full draw of the whole event, and then really cash in on the extra crystals. Last but not least right here is going to be selection packs. This is a money only thing, and these are the ones that I would suggest. Really, the 5s and the 10s are really the best ones in my opinion. The 10 and the 20 are about the same scaled, but the 10 comes with an extra slot, and that's just a little bit more bang for your buck in my opinion. These first two are very, very good. This middle slot right here could really be 3 different types of dies. These first 2 slots right here could also be fairy upgrade materials. The $20 one is whatever. It's a lot for what you get. But like I said, the 10 is just better. The 40, this is the Kraken food. If you watch my fake card video, you will know the red isn't necessarily better unless it's a high tier red one, which a lot of the Krakens are getting tons of these packs, so they have a higher chance of getting those good red ones. Next, we get into the Almond Blossom event. I will have a guide on this when it goes live, but we're going to talk about the shop real quick. We have all the pieces for the 3 mirrors that we've had so far. Well, this is the 3rd one. Almond, Ikoria, and I'm not showing it here, but also Dandelion. And these are the other things that are worth looking at. Traces are definitely always good. Crystals are always good, and will cores are always really good. These are the 3 main things I'd be looking at, minus the whatever outfit you're looking for. Now, as far as how this works, it starts in 2 days, which is very nice. I really dislike when an event goes live at midnight, and then whoever's awake at midnight through between midnight and 5 gets an extra day. So this starts in a day, really 2 days from now. And how this is going to work is you do the stages, you get points based on your talents, which are these right here. As I said, it's going to be in the guide. I'm giving you a quick rundown. The most important one right here is going to be on stage 1-1. The very first one, you choose which the ones to unlock. It's make things a lot more effective. Literally what it sounds like. You will get 60% more attack on your fairies, and an additional 20% more points for the event if you have Almond Blossom when you attempt these. It's also very important to know you cannot switch fairy teams in this game mode. You're also going to get tons of drops and such when you do this. It's always good to do it. Now, if these are too hard for you, every day that passes, the older ones get easier, giving you some good time to really go for it. Next, we have a new gacha going. This is a rerun gacha. Up to you if you like the gacha or not. I generally like to do the 100 right here, because in return you will get 9 back, which is pretty nice, as well as these yellows, which are always good to have, and some extra dyes, crystals, things like this. If you can't do that, 30 is also a decent stopping point for the 20 crystals. The 120 is really out of the way and not really worth your time. We have a total consumption and recharge going on as well. I think this is bait, and you should wait till Tuesday, the 21st, and make your decisions at that point. Get whatever you normally get daily, see where you end up, and then make your final decisions on that Tuesday. Why I say that is other events could pop up. This happens all the time, as well as we currently don't have the bond gift going on, and you could calculate that into that. Now, something that's important is for the recharge. I'm going to have a big tip right here for the recharge and consumption. For consumption, it does not count the acorn shop, converting things into acorns, or any of the auctions. So that's not going to count as a consumption if you click right here. Now for the recharge, I'll talk about the numbers you should do in a second, but these are the numbers that they count for packs. So right here, the free daily actually counts as 10 right there, which is nice. The $1 one is giving us 360. Right here, 808, 590. It tells you what it counts towards events. Total value is the number that it gives you. Similarly, over here, if you get the $2 one, it's not going to count as 240. You are going to get 240, but for the recharge, it's only going to count the 120. That's going to be important to notice. So the $2 right here, you're going to get 240, or for $2, it's going to count as 590 over here. So that's something important, but you're only actually getting 180 for the event. Now, as far as the numbers of what you should be going for, I'm sorry, this is whale talk. I apologize, but we do have spenders in the game. For recharge, really, this is, I mean, let your wallet guide you here. But if you're curious, right here is $500. Here is $200, and this is $100. Personally, for me, that's 100. I generally stop around the 200 mark. That's going to sound like a lot. I know. I apologize. I like getting these right here, as well as all of these extra that go towards the consumption, which with the consumption, I can generally go a little bit higher, because the 200 is 12,000. I can spend 15,000, which is $250, but I only spent the 200, and then I get everything here, which is a good stopping point. If you have extra, you want to gauge it by Tuesday, as I said, Tuesday being the last day. You want to decide, do I have an extra 5k Kabbalah to spend to get to this point? If not, don't spend. Don't use Kabbalah. You want to strategize with these events. Let me know if that helped you all, guys. Until next time.